All right, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of On Edge with Sean Riley. Thank you for joining. It's been a fun week. It's been a long week. Fun and long. It's, whatever. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. There's a lot I want to get through today, talk about. And let's just dive right in. It's been crazy for me. I've been just producing a lot of outdoor comedy shows, which have been fun here in LA. It's wild. It's a really, really wild time to produce a comedy show. Helicopters fly overhead. It's crazy, birds and shit. I think I mentioned this last episode, but I want to reiterate it because it sucks. It fucking sucks. It's not, I'm trying to make it sound fun. It's not fun. No, they're good. I want to, I'm sorry. I'm all over the fucking place today, guys. I haven't had my coffee yet. Or I'd like a Starbucks coffee, but I don't count that as a coffee because it's not coffee. It's not Starbucks, not a coffee. It's sugar water. And they maybe put a little, like a dash of caffeine in it. That's not fucking coffee. It's not, if I drink coffee and I'm not being constantly thrown into another dimension of reality, okay? It's not worth it to me. If the coffee I drink doesn't make me have a psychologically damaging experience, then I'm not going to fucking drink it because it's not strong enough for me. That's what strong coffee is to me. Strong coffee is coffee that I can drink, okay, and then change my entire life's trajectory on one fucking cup. That's what good coffee will do. Good coffee will open your mind up to how bad your life is going and make you wake the fuck up and realize, oh my God, I have to go and start selling. I need to go start selling mortgages or I need to go start my own chain of movie theaters, getting the movie theater business. That's what I have to do. That's what good shit will do to you. Good coffee will do. It's not, this show is not sponsored yet. Clearly it's not, but I would love for my first sponsor to be like a coffee brand. That'd be fucking dope. I just drink their coffee brand all day. So if you know anyone that has a coffee brand that wants to waste their advertising dollars on me, let me know. Hit me up. Excuse me. Sorry, I was taking a sip there. So the big news story, at least in my opinion, this week was the Mars Perseverance landing on Mars. You probably saw this story where, it's just another Mars rover number 12 lands on Mars. I'm like, who gives a shit? Is it even a fucking story at this point? I mean, literally, like, what we've seen it. We've seen the story, In 2021, I'm sorry that it takes a little bit more than a Mars rover landing for me to get excited about a story. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West getting divorced. That's a story. I've never seen that before. It's exciting. It's new. It's fresh. Clearly, NASA needs a better PR department because, they're just doing. It's like Ocean's 11. Mars rover Perseverance lands on Mars. It's the 12th fucking rover. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, but Sean, it's exciting. No, it's not. Oh, but John, they're going to do a lot more science and they're going to find out if people lived on Mars. So what? So what if they find out what if they discover life on Mars, huh? What are you going to fucking do? It's going to be cool. Here's what's going to happen. When they find out that there were aliens on Mars and they died and their civilization went extinct, here's what you're going to do. You're going to open Twitter. You're going to open up Twitter. They spent billions of dollars on this shit, right? You're going to open up Twitter. And then you're going to see the news story. Oh, huh. Aliens on Mars. Just going to keep fucking scrolling. Oh, Kanye got divorced. Oh, nice. Aliens on Mars. Oh, huh. That's what you're going to do because it's no one really, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Can NASA get over the past? What is their deal with what is their obsession with history? It's old shit. Who cares? Who cares if there's a civilization on Mars? It's clearly not habitable right now. And I don't care what you psycho billionaires want to do. Fucking nuke. You hear what these billionaires want to do? They want to nuke Mars. They want to send like thousands of nuclear weapons to Mars and nuke Mars and create an atmosphere so that we can live. And, you know, as cool as that would be to see Mars nuked a bunch, I want to see Mars nuked, but not so we can live on Mars. I just want to nuke Mars, period. If I'm ever a fucking politician, that'll be my platform. Nuke Mars. People get all stoked on that. People are so fucking obsessed with like these science moguls, these like new tycoons, and it's really and the media only propagates their personalities. You know, it's like they're not, you know, they're visionaries. They're not visionaries, okay? They're not. Honestly, they're children. Think about it. If you had $1 billion, what would you do with $1 billion? What would you do with $10 billion? How about $100 billion? You'd probably be like, let's nuke Mars. Fuck it. But they're revered as these like geniuses when all they know, I mean, they're financiers. And there's nothing wrong with being a financier, but just be honest that that's all you are. Anyone can build a team. It's not that fucking hard to build a team. Oh, I build a team. I inspire people. I'm a leader. There's lots of leaders out there. You're not fucking special. You know what is special? Nuking Mars. That would be special. That's fucking special. I don't know. Where was I with that? I don't know. I just like, and don't get me wrong, I love space. I love like the idea of going to space, expanding the reach of humanity to other planets, other civilizations. That's really cool to me. But I just don't. I think we got stuff, and I'm going to sound like a Republican right now, and I'm an independent. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. Just so you know, I'm an independent. But I just think that, you know, maybe we should focus on inhabiting Earth before we inhabit other planets. But Sean, we develop new technology when we have to go to space, and then we can use that technology on Earth. And it helps. It's good for everyone. Fine. You're right. But my point stands. I don't know. I'm just, it's just weird. This whole fucking time is weird. I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired of masks. Like, I wear a mask. I'll wear a mask. I'm very diligent about it. But like, it's after a year, it's kind of getting to me. Because I'm tired. I honestly, I want to wear 2. I want to wear 3 or 4 or 5. You know what I mean? I just feel like be a more effective, I don't know. Okay, fine. I'll talk about Clubhouse. I've been trying to avoid this whole fucking time. I'm trying to think of other shit to talk about but Clubhouse, but I'm going to fucking talk about Clubhouse because I'm on this app 24/7, and I got some shit to say about Clubhouse. Clubhouse it's the most insufferable fucking app I've ever been on in my entire life. There's like, it's the most insane social media application to date. It's crazy. Like, you have these rooms of people that have no business socializing in the first place. Okay, and you get to, the cool thing about it is you can see, like, you get the insight onto like what these people talk about behind closed doors, but the doors are open. It's very strange. It's just an insane app where, like, here's my take on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is where venture capitalists go that want to try to be comedians, and comedians go on to try and be venture capitalists. Okay. It's this very weird thing where it's like everyone's insecure and no one knows who they are, right? Like, it's all these VCs that try to like create these personalities around themselves. And hey, you know what? To create a public personality and a brand around yourself, you kind of have to have some EQ. And a lot of the people in venture capital, their whole lives, it hasn't been about developing EQ. Okay. If anything, it's been about destroying their EQ that allows them to live the lifestyle of a venture capitalist. And so, the reason I brought it up is because I was talking to someone on Clubhouse like a week ago or a week and a half ago. And what happened was he's like ultra pro Bitcoin, like the most, he's like, it's like a religion to him. He is like absolutely certain about the adoption of Bitcoin. And hey, Bitcoin might get adopted. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with Bitcoin? It might happen. I'll say that. It may be like this amazing thing that transforms the world and the way we do business and buy things. But this guy was like, he's like 100%. He's like 100% pro Bitcoin. And I asked him, I was like, well, what if, because I'm like kind of, I don't know that much about it, right? But I was just thinking to myself, but you can use simple ideas to kind of get somewhere usually with people, right? And or with ideas. So I was asking him, I was like, well, if Bitcoin's going to be so big, it's, he was basically saying that like, even if the United States ends as a country, like even if China takes over the US, right? Bitcoin will live. And that's why it's like, if you buy Bitcoin, you're like protecting yourself against an entire country dying, right? Or if countries go to war, it's like supposed to be this thing that's independent of how nations change over time, which is going to make it like a very effective asset, right, to own, right? Because it's not dependent. But and then I asked him, I was like, well, like, so it's like, here's the thing is, like, if you really believe that, and that's why you buy Bitcoin so that you can protect yourself from like governments ending, it's that you're not gonna have. Sure, you can do that, but like this guy, I think, really underestimates the power of a government. Like, you can own a bunch of Bitcoin, but you're gonna have to do it in a fucking your own country. I mean, like he was underestimating the power of governments to be able to regulate stuff. Honestly, like if the U.S. can basically they can just not accept Bitcoin, and like he underestimates the leverage of a government. The governments are really, really, really fucking powerful, and so he was just really like, you might be able to go live in Sweden, right, or like one of the countries that continues to accept it, but like you have to incentivize a government in the right way to adopt Bitcoin, and the only way you're going to do that is if they fucking tax it. Okay, so don't think it's this like, it's like this, like it's this genius asset. Oh, it's so genius. It's not fucking genius. It's just like anything else. Okay, it's like owning a house. You own a house, good for you. I'm drinking day-old coffee because I was in a rush. Didn't have time to make coffee. Day-old coffee's not that bad, actually. I kind of like it the day after. It tastes pretty good. I was reading something else about here's a crazy story. I was reading about Joe Biden. I actually have the story right here. It was Biden warns China will eat our lunch on infrastructure spending. So Joe Biden is like, hey, we better watch out for China, because China, they're a big old country over there. No fucking shit, Biden. No fucking shit, Joe Biden. China's gonna eat our lunch. You're about 30 years late on that one. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the U.S. infrastructure. Politicians love that word. They love the word infrastructure. It's just so vague and beautiful. It's a beautiful word. Infrastructure. Let's invest in our infrastructure. And it's I mean, like, it's just hilarious for Joe Biden to like point out the fact that China's powerful. Like he's had his head in the fucking sand for what, 10 years. I don't get it. It's like, I just wish he would be a little bit more real about the fact that like China's not starting to eat our lunch. China's not starting to eat our lunch now, and we have to do something about it. It's kind of too late. It's kind of like China ate our lunch. China didn't just eat our lunch. China came into our house, ate all our food in our fridge, and then fucked our wife in front of us. That's what China did. It's a little I might be exaggerating a little bit, but they sure as fuck did a little bit more than eat our lunch. So I think it's just, I don't know. Am I optimistic? No, I'm not. I don't know. I just, there's this concept. You guys should, it's a pretty interesting concept. You should check it out. It's called Thucydides' trap. Okay. Named after this guy, Thucydides, and he had a trap house. No, I'm joking. Thucydides, he's this Greek dude, but I don't know. I think he's Greek. And he was talking about how it's this theory. Here's what the theory is. It's that when there's basically an incumbent superpower like the United States, right? The U.S. has been in power for whatever the last 100 years, let's say. Economically, academically, our military, we're at the top. And then you have a rising power, which is like China. And basically Thucydides' trap says that more often than not, the two countries, when there's a rising power and an incumbent power, more often than not, they go to war, just statistically speaking. And I just feel like that might happen with the U.S. I think we're going to go to war with China, And honestly, I'm okay with that, because if we go to war with China, then maybe we can finally get TikTok banned. I'm sure, if we go to war with China, we're going to cut off all trade with them. And that would be fantastic. We would if we go to war with China, I'm pro-war. Let's go to war with China and get TikTok finally banned so we can save our people from a culture of garbage and tragedy. I want not only that, I want World War III. I will be okay. Let's go to World War III. If I don't care how many people have to die, but if we can ban TikTok, it will be worth it. I will die. I mean, I'm a martyr. I'll be a martyr for this cause. I'll fight. I'll be the first guy to, if we go to war with China, I'll be the first guy to volunteer. Okay. I have a degree in aerospace engineering. I'll build a fucking missile. I will be part of the missile design team if it means that we can stop TikTok from existing. That was probably one of the few things I agreed with Trump on, is he was trying to get rid of TikTok in America. And I was, I hated him for a long time. Or not hate, hate's a strong word, but I didn't like the guy. I still don't. But on that TikTok thing, I was like, maybe this guy's not all bad. He's got some good ideas. Some compelling ideas. Ban TikTok. It was a bummer. And I think Oracle is trying to buy it, or Oracle's trying to buy the US division of TikTok. It's just so weird. It's so weird that you have all these American creators creating content, giving all their data to a Chinese-owned company. I'm on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. This was a big ad for my TikTok. Sean Riley Comedy. Follow me. Where I barely post. Yeah, it sucks. I hate TikTok so much. You know why I hate it? You know why I hate TikTok? You really want to know why I hate TikTok? Because it's the videos are just too long, and it's I feel like I'm learning too much on TikTok, and I don't like to learn. I don't like to know things, because then I'm responsible for knowing those things. And so it's like, if the videos were shorter, if they were less, if the quality of the content was lower, maybe I'd enjoy it, When I go on TikTok, I want to zone out. I don't want to learn something. These educators on TikTok, you're not educating shit. I haven't learned a single fucking thing on TikTok. The only thing that I've ever learned on TikTok is how to get better at growing a brand on TikTok. And who wants to do that? And and that brings me to do a broader point, where it's like, people, I've heard this from a lot of people, everyone says like, oh, I would totally delete my Facebook except blah, blah, blah. Or like, oh, I would totally delete my Instagram except blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's exactly how these platforms are designed. They've like overwhelmed you with features. So the shitty thing is these days, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be on social media. It's terrible, you know? And like, I would love to be able to outsource all of my social media, the social media aspect of what I do in terms of like content media production, but you can't. And I sure as fuck don't have the money to pay a guy to, post all that stuff for me, except for this podcast. Shout out to Bruce for post. But like, you know what I mean? In general, it's like, putting out like videos and just like engaging with people and building an audience on social media. Here's how I described it. You know, it's like to have a social media audience for whatever you're creating. You know, you're at some point, I think a lot of people are trying to build something in their lives, like online on social media. It's like being in Chernobyl. Like you're constantly being exposed. Like you need to be in Chernobyl to like, I watched this crazy documentary. Okay, side note. I watched this crazy documentary where these people were like picking up radiated graphite in Chernobyl and throwing it into the reactor core to like save humanity, like save thousands of people's lives, right? Before it got too bad. And that's how I describe, that's the same exact thing as being on social media and trying to create something on social media or create a brand. Because you are constantly on social media, so you're getting like so much, like the doses of radiation of social media that you're getting is like at the fucking max. So it's like I'm addicted to social media because I'm trying to create something on social media or build whatever an audience. And so it's like you can't decouple the two. And that's their whole fucking business model. They want everyone to think that they want everyone to build a brand on their platforms and so that they get addicted to the platform. But if you're addicted to the platform, you're going to spend less time building your brand. And that's all of social media. It's like I can't believe people actually use social media that aren't trying to build their own thing. I don't think that exists anymore. You know? And it's terrible. It's a tragic landscape. I don't know. I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling a little bummed out. I've been eating like shit lately. I'm trying to eat better, but I go to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, whatever. Everything's so fucking expensive there. I end up just buying like these frozen meals, which are pretty good. Then I go through them in like 2 days. Then I just buy ice cream and I eat ice cream for dinner. How fucking pathetic is that? Eating ice cream for dinner. The other day I was like eating ice cream with a plastic fork and I like put it in the ice cream and it's a fork-tine, T-I-N-E. You know, the tooth on the fork broke off into the ice cream, into my Ben & Jerry's ice cream, into my Americone Dream. And for a moment I was like, well, now I got to throw this out because I don't want to accidentally eat it. But I like literally, I was like the most pathetic thing I've ever done. I was literally looking in my ice cream to find a fork-tine so I wouldn't ingest it, so I could eat my ice cream. And I like couldn't find it. Like I couldn't find this fork-tine that was broken off in my ice cream. And so I got like a bunch of paper towels out and I spread it around my studio apartment and I like put the ice cream out on these paper towels. And I like was like sifting through, like I was like digging for gold. Like I was sifting through the ice cream looking for this fork-tine that broke off. And I didn't find it. And I'm pretty sure I ingested it. But it was biodegradable, I think. So hopefully it just degrades. I don't know if that's how that works. You know, if you're going to eat ice cream with a plastic straw, fuck, I'm sorry. The moral of the story is if you're going to eat ice cream with a plastic fork, just be careful slowly. You know, maybe wait till it melts a little bit because the fork will break off into the ice cream. And that can only lead to problems. That will only lead you down a bad path. Okay. So I'm glad I could share that with you. Please don't, I don't want you to experience the pain that I had to experience. I don't know. I've just been, I don't know. I haven't really been doing much. I mean, I've been just trying to tweet. Tweeting's crazy. Twitter, what's fucked up about Twitter? Twitter, I am so tired of corporate advertising lying to you. You know what Twitter calls themselves? Twitter says that they're the town square. The global town square. You know what the problem is with that? A town square is usually a public space financed by the taxpayer, okay? We all pay our taxes so we can use the town square and talk about stuff. Twitter is a fucking corporation. It's not a town square, okay? It's a privately owned square. It's a different square. It's a private square. Okay? If anything, it's not really at all like a town square. If anything, it's more like, I don't know, what's the equivalent in like a town? It's more like a theater. It's a privately owned venue where certain people get to talk and certain people cannot talk and have to shut the fuck up or, don't have a platform. I don't know. Town, the word, maybe I should do this thing where I do the word of the day. The word of the day, that's stupid and hacky and derivative, but that's what I'm going to fucking do for now. Word of the day is democratize. This word is so overused and played out, democratize. Literally you can create a startup idea. All you have to do is put democratize next to any institution, like finance. Like Robinhood is democratized finance. Any of those online courses, online platforms, I'm sure they'll say democratize education. But that's another lie. Twitter is a town hall. It's not really a fucking town hall, okay? Corporations cannot democratize things. Okay? Because when you democratize something, you're not giving equal access. You're simply not giving equal access to a thing as a company. That didn't come out right. What I'm trying to say is there's no free lunch. Okay? There's no free lunch. So, the corporations, they want you to think like Robinhood, right? Where you can buy, if you're not familiar, you can buy stock without paying a commission, which is pretty cool. Robinhood, they're all about wanting to democratize finance, which is they want to give everyone an equal access to buying stock. But think about it this way. Was it really the $3 commission that was stopping people from buying stock? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so, okay? I don't think that people weren't buying stock because there was a $3 commission on the trade. Okay? It's and so it's like if you're just buying but they want you to think that because it's good for it's good for their brand, which makes their company more valuable. The thing is, if Robinhood really wanted to democratize finance, they would give everyone equity in their company, and they're not going to fucking do that. Can we just please be customers again? Can we all please be customers instead of this ridiculous, we're at the end. Here's how I see it, capitalism these days with these ridiculous supply chains. Every industry out there has these supply chains. It's like this human centipede. Okay? In investing, right? It's it's more it's not really a chain. It's more like it's a circle, but it's like a chain basically. And we are, you and I, we're at the end of this 5-person human centipede chain of shit. And that's every industry. With Robinhood, it starts basically with or let's start with us. right? I mean, like, or no, the big investors, right? They, you know, okay, I'm fucking up this analogy, but that's okay. Bear with me. I'll start in the middle because that's where I know. Robinhood, what do? They sell your stock order to Citadel. Okay, and they fill the order. Right? That's where they make all their money. Okay? So basically it starts with Citadel, right, which is a hedge fund, and what they do is they fill orders on behalf of their clients and trade in front of them and make a small profit. That's the business model, right? If you didn't understand that, I'm sorry. I'll be through this in a sec. Please don't click away. If you already have, so fuck off. What I'm trying to say is we are like, if you're not paying for anything, you're at the end of a massive human centipede that's getting fucked. Or how about like let's do social media instead. I think I can get that better. Advertisers, they pay Facebook, okay, to advertise to us, and how we get fucked is we get addicted and our attention span is depleted, okay, and we basically have to eat these ads, which is the shit that comes out of the human centipede, which is Facebook, and in front of that is the advertisers, and in front of that is the corporations that hire the advertisers that pay Facebook that feed us shit. Okay, I'm tired of using things where I'm not the fucking customer, where it's free. It's like I don't understand how people can't get this through their mind that when you don't pay for something, you're gonna get fucked up eventually. It's not gonna last. Okay, the music's gonna stop, and you're gonna get fucked. That being said, I do have Robinhood. It is an excellent platform, but like I said, I am worried. I continue to be worried about it. Anyway, that's I think that's all I want to do this week, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. It's been I do want to have guests eventually. I keep saying that. I'm going to get guests on this podcast, so get excited for that. It's going to be really cool. I definitely want to have comedians on, other people that I know. Just have a good time, and so thank you for listening. If you like comedy, please come out and check out my comedy shows. I'm gonna have I'll have like a list of shows that I'm gonna be on once stuff kind of picks up. But have a great day. Please hit subscribe, hit that bell so you can stay in touch on future videos, and like it if you liked it. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.